Okay, everybody, so I'm gonna unbox and get the first impression of the Carry-On Pro. Now, the reason why I went with the Carry-On Pro is number one, it had an external compartment that you could store and organize some things that you may need as you travel through the airport, on the plane, without opening up the main compartment. Number two, it did give you the option of having an additional, they call it a tech case, but it's like a computer or laptop shoulder bag. So you get almost like two bags in one. So I thought that was okay. You get a twofer. So but let's see what it looks like on the inside. Right off the bat, looks like there's some good presentation. Seems to be well built. Now, this is the first hard shell case I've used, and before I had just a two-wheel version. And the reason why I started to switch to a four-wheel version is number one, even if my backpack or my carry-on backpack or bag had the ability to go over the extendable handle, if I had to tilt it, and again, there's some days where I have some long travel days, excess of 30 hours. So, you know, if you got a long commute through the airport or from airport to airport to airport until you get to your destination, I was looking for something that could conserve on some energy and help me get to my destination with a little bit more comfort. So I wanted something that could support its own weight without being tilted and support the weight of the bag that I slide through the extendable handle and just roll it. So that's why I went with the four-wheel version. Yeah, and so let's look at some of the external features first. Let's start with the extendable handle all the way up. I think it's supposed to be like three different heights. That's the highest point, second, and then third. And it does slide relatively easy. That was nice smooth action. There's a extendable or retractable handle at the top, as well as on one side of the case, Hinomoto handles, as well as the Hinomoto wheels that are supposed to be quiet and very, very durable. I guess a lot of the baggage companies use Hinomoto products for their bags as well. Getting to the external compartment, you slide the latch and it extends out, and there's a couple of elastic organizing pockets at the top. On the inside there is the tech case. I'll get to that. And has a hard shell for support, and it looks like if it's enough to fit the tech case inside it, and maybe some additional, maybe a jacket, a small jacket or something inside it, along with maybe a battery pack or some charging cables, a mouse or headphones, something like that can fit in the organizer. Also, looks like there's this button velcroed sleeve that if you need to get a little bit more access to the inside, it comes all the way down. So that's also a pretty nice feature. So if you have to get in and out easier, you have that ability. So looking at the tech case, first thing, there's a few outside pockets. Look at the inside. Just a flat sleeve, no additional organizational pockets on the inside. Probably slide some charging cables or anything you might need, pens, paper, pad, stuff like that. And on the outside, the sleeve is padded. It does come with a shoulder strap, a removable shoulder strap that hook onto both sides here. It does have a handle that you can carry here or vertically, and it also has the handle strap to fit over your slide. Oh, should go the other way so it can support itself. There's not a whole lot of play side to side, so it's going to not slip off. That's a nice feature. But on the inside, there's looks like two pen or pencil holders, big main mesh elastic pocket, probably for like a tablet or an iPad, and a couple of extra smaller elastic compartments for, again, maybe a wireless mouse or a charging cable or charging pack, and so forth. So, and it is padded, which gives it a little extra protection. And then the final pack on sleeve on the back. Again, another padded compartment with a full sleeve, probably to put a file or some folders along with your, I believe it's a 15-inch laptop is the largest that this tech case will hold. So that's a pretty nice, and again, all the same zippers, water resistant material on the outside. And so again, a very clean looking tech case, laptop case that you can carry. Back to the Carry-On Pro, it does come with TSA locks where it has a customized 3-digit combination. Slide it, it pops out. Let's take a look on the inside. It's got YKK zippers, which are supposed to be really smooth and strong. Okay, so on the inside, on the bigger compartment, there's 2 zippered organizing compartments for some accessories. It does come with a Nomatic name tag that you can attach. And it also has another full zippered compartment. But because of the external pocket and that hard shell reinforced panel, it doesn't look like you can fit a whole lot. Maybe a few shirts and a pair of pants or something. So we'll see what you can actually fit in here. I guess if you don't use the tech case for your trip and you just use a backpack like I also have, maybe that inside compartment can fit in extra clothes or any kind of supplies that you might need, because again, it doesn't look like right here there's a whole lot of space. Now here's the main compartment. It's a little bit deeper, but first impressions right off the bat, it's not as deep as I expected it to be, and it's certainly not as deep as my previous bag. And also what makes it a little bit shallower is the extended handle rods actually come into the compartment, taking up some of that space. So it'd be a little bit concerning considering that I carry most of my clothes. Even for a long trip, I carry all my clothes inside my carry-on for the trip. Getting back to some of the features, you have these compression straps that are magnet and tied down, which I thought was a cool idea. I never saw that before. And it also has this compression panel. You can fold it into half and use it on one half of the main compartment and use the strap to really press everything down, or you can extend it, use it for the whole compartment, and both straps can compress your clothes or anything that you're packing down a little bit tighter to fit a little bit more securely. So that seems to be a pretty cool idea. I've never seen that before either. But again, first impression, this is a big concern for me, is the amount of space on the inside that's taken up by the actual extended handle rods. So we'll see how that works out. But overall, I like the quality of the fit and finish. It'll be interesting to see, because I've never really, again, used a hard shell case before, and it is black. How durable it's supposed to be. I mean, they said it's virtually indestructible, at least on the website. I also looked at a couple of videos that a couple of news agencies did their own research and vouch for it. There is a little bit of flex to it, so there is some give. It's not a fully hard shell. It does compress a little bit and has some give, but if it was thrown around and got scuffed up or whatever, you know, how is it going to handle that kind of stuff? Dings, scratches, nicks, and so forth. So I guess time will tell. Like I said, I'll be going on a work trip in the next day or two, and we'll see how it holds up. So first impression of the Carry-On Pro. Overall, I'm pretty stoked. Just have one main concern, and that is with the interior space and how much stuff that I can get into it, like I did with my previous rollerboard bag. So yeah, so that's it for now, and I'm gonna review the last two items, which are the accessories that came with the Carry On Pro.